It's the 2020 World Team Tennis season from the Greenbrier in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. A beautiful look at center court Creekside as day 16 kicks off live on the Tennis Channel with the Chicago Smash taking on the Orange County Breakers in a match that certainly has playoff implications written all over it. Hi, everybody. I'm Nick Gismondi. Glad to have you with us here this morning on the Tennis Channel. A three-match Monday for you and an exciting one, the first two of which will be on the Tennis Channel. Well, we are well past that halfway mark, and that means it is a definite push towards the playoffs and the eventual champion of the King Trophy. Three matches today to tell you about. Let's take a look. Well, of course, we've got that first one, the Chicago Smash taking on the Orange County Breakers. Next up, the Springfield Blazers, the back-to-back champion. They struggled out of the gate and just haven't gotten off the deck. They sit at 3-8 right now and are almost virtually eliminated from three-peating. The Vegas Rollers, despite a fantastic performance from the Bryan brothers, haven't been able to make the playoffs and doesn't look like they will in their second season of World Team Tennis. We'll finish the night off with the Orlando Storm, who have been hot as of lately, getting set to take on the struggling San Diego Aviators. Well, last night at the midnight trade deadline, some breaking news for you. The New York Empire acquire Coco Vandeweghe and Nicole Mellicar. Now, Vandeweghe and Mellicar, with an 8-2 record, have been a dynamic duel in doubles. The Aviators, in return, get Lasicki and Peschke. Now, Coco's uncle Kiki and her grandfather Ernie, they've worn the blue and orange in New York before. Playing for the Knicks, that is. So a very athletic family. So what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, you look at the standings. The Freedoms and the Smash, they have already clinched. The Orlando Storm in a good spot, but the New York Empire beefing themselves up just a little bit more. Kim Clijsters has been battling that ab injury, so there's a good chance she could potentially be out up until the weekend. So head coach Luke Jensen making a big trade last night just before that deadline to bolster his team and try to lock in one of those final two spots. $500,000 on the line in addition to the King Trophy. All right, well, a big one coming up for you right now. Let's get you set up for the match. The two very capable gentlemen calling this are Jeff Chisever and Jan Michael Gamble.
Attaboy, Gizmo, all set here for day 16. I'm Jeff Chisever calling this match alongside former top 15 player in the world, Jan Michael Gamble. Jan Mike, you saw the standings. OC Breakers 4-7, hanging on by a thread, but they still have a shot. They must win out these final three remaining matches.
Yes, absolutely, Jeff. This is a big day for the OC Breakers. They have a do-or-die situation here. Coach Leach is going to have to figure out a strategy that's going to work today. Led by Stevie Johnson and Jennifer Brady, they're going to have to get the things done on court. And they have the tools to do it. Stevie's been playing some fantastic tennis. It's going to be interesting.
No easy task. They're taking on Chicago Smash. So deep top to bottom. Kamal Murray, many options here in his lineup.
Absolutely. And this lineup, look at this. Nakashima, rookie in the leagues, playing such fantastic tennis. The guy doesn't even have nerves of steel out there in all his matches. Rajiv Ram, such great doubles there. Sloane Stevens, what can you do there? It's amazing tennis to be seen today.
We've seen Jeannie sub in for singles. We've seen Sloane sub in for doubles. It is the first of three matches here on day 16. We're going to start with mixed doubles. Rahm and Stevens for Chicago. Stevie and Brady for the Breakers. First ball coming up next.
He won the Australian Open men's doubles this year with Joe Salisbury. He won a career high 4 times in a year back in 2014, highlighted by a win at Indian Wells. A Rio Olympian who won silver in mixed doubles as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the University of Illinois, Carmel, Indiana, Rajiv Ram. To the right of the chair, also for Chicago, warming up in blue. Last year was her 8th straight top 50 finish. She won in Miami in 2018, but the year prior to that, in 2017, she won the U.S. Open. Was a finalist at the French Open as well, reached the Tour Finals in 2018. Also was part of that Fed Cup team for the United States that won in 2017. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sloane Stevens. 1 minute. And now for Orange County, to the left of the chair. This player is playing in her second year of World Team Tennis. She's been in the 4th round of the U.S. Open in her career, and also the Aussie Open. Give it up for Jennifer Brady. And to the chairs right, also warming up in white, was a bronze medalist at the Rio Olympics with Jack Sock in men's doubles. He's
World Team Tennis is brought to you by Geico. Did you know that Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car insurance? That's on top of what Geico could already save you. Visit geico.com to learn more. By the Greenbrier Valley in West Virginia, home to scenic trails and quiet rivers, friendly mountain towns, and America's resort, the Greenbrier. And by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and use promo code WTT to play free for thousands of dollars in prizes this season.
What a venue and special place the Greenbrier is. So fortunate to be here for the entire 45th season of World Team Tennis. This is day 16 of a 19-day regular season smash taking on the Breakers. Let's take a look at the Wilson lineups. Home team manager sets the order of play. That would be Rick Leach of the Breakers. What do you see here, Jan Mike?
Well, the first thing I see is that Bethany Mattek-Sands missing from the lineup completely. That's an interesting one there. Expect her to possibly be subbed in somewhere. But this is going to be an interesting match for sure. The singles there in third and fourth. They're hoping to front load that a little bit, or back load it, I mean.
So it's going to be Sloan in for Bethany here in mix. This is Stevie Johnson in the far court serving to Sloan Stevens. Stevie Johnson, no stranger to team tennis, best college tennis player all time, 6th World Team Tennis season.
Stevie Johnson, a California native, no surprise that he plays for OC.
Little Pac-12 duo, albeit rivals, Bruins and Trojans. Jen Brady played for college tennis for UCLA.
Brady-Johnson combo, pretty powerful one. Both big hitters. Jennifer Brady with a great serve of her own. Nice kick on it. Pretty easy to hold serve.
So many options for Rick Leach. Usually goes with Dabrowski and Krychek in mixed. This is the second time Stevie and Jen Brady have played together. They played the last match. Quick hold out the gates for the Breakers. And we love team tennis, fast-paced format. 5 sets of tennis, sets are played to 5, but it's not about how many sets you win. It's all about the games, no outscoring, sudden death. Gotta love it, Jan Mike.
Absolutely, not to mention that possible overtime. Things can get pretty crazy pretty fast.
And substitutions, keep an eye on that. Like you said, Bethany Mattek-Sands, I have a feeling she's gonna make her way into this match. Rom, 36 years old, has been pro for 16 years, playing some of the best tennis of his career. Just won the 2020 Aussie Open doubles, Joe Salisbury.
Gurdjieff's serve, a thing of beauty. If you feel like you might have seen that motion before, it looks a little bit like one of the greatest players of all time, Pistol Pete Sampras.
I didn't realize they call him Rajiv Rampras. Have you heard that one before?
I have heard that many times.
I've never heard it until Lucero told me.
If you're going to emulate somebody's serve, you might as well emulate the best server that's ever lived, in my opinion.
Right on cue, 104 out wide with the ace.
Those hands shots from Rajiv right there. Beautiful volleys, finishing that game off.
You asked for it, here it is. Pretty similar, huh?
It's pretty clean.
Pete Saber's playing some World Team Tennis. Cool shot right there.
I played against Pete one year in World Team Tennis. That was fun.
There's that serve you were talking about, Jam, Mike.
Yeah, Jennifer Brady really has a fantastic serve. Brings a lot of offense to the game when she's playing. Makes her very versatile. She's a good singles player and a very good doubles player as well. Jennifer Brady, 25 years old, second season with the WTT.
These two teams met back July 15th. That was just day 4. Smash took that one 23-16. And when they played, very different matchup at mixed doubles. It was Krychek and Dabrowski taking on Ram and BMS, Bethany Mattek-Sands.
Yeah, it's Stevie Johnson and Jennifer Brady doing a lot of work today for the team. Whereas the Smash have a lot of options, a lot of different players in the lineup. Some good focus on Jennifer Brady's face there. She's a very serious player on the court. Takes her game very seriously. Always out there to get it done. There she does it.
Easy put away for Stevie. Check out more on the OC Breakers this season. You'll see not the best numbers, the slimmest of margins, but 1 or 2% here is a big difference. Women doubles the best one, but just above 50.
Yeah, exactly. Those numbers are the numbers that you'll see a team kind of in the middle of the pack right there. 50% in the singles means, you know, and 51 there on the doubles is good numbers, not great.
To give you some context, if you're high 50s in singles, you're looking good. The best women doubles team, that's going to be the Smash with Bethany and Jeannie. They are in the mid 60%. But today it's supposed to be Sloan and Bethany. Sorry, Sloan and Jeannie.
Nice little shot from Jennifer Brady, drawing the air from Rajiv Ram there. Rajiv doesn't miss a lot of volleys. Played a lot of singles, some good results on the grass. Comes forward a lot.
Pretty good return right there in doubles, right on the back of the line.
Defense turned to offense there from Sloane Stevens. Not an easy point to win there. A couple of good lobs.
Here's looking
the
Sloane.
breakers in that point.
Excited to watch her play doubles here today. Sometimes she just plays one of these sets. That'd be women's singles. Right now slotted to play in 3. tough time for Charity there. 2 break points for OC. Remember, no ad scoring. That's why they'll have 2 chances here.
Fantastic play there from Rajiv, taking out that middle area, walking that ball into the alley. So important you use those alleys and doubles.
Sloan's ball through the middle, not giving them an angle here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a deciding point.
Fantastic tennis right there from Rajiv Ram.
4 games, 4 holds, 2 all. Second half of mixed doubles when we come back.
Five games will win you the set. Seconds.
Putting on live sports is certainly a complex situation these days, so here's a look at some of the league's protocols. Everyone involved has now been tested 3 times. Number of fans limited to 20% capacity, temperature checks taken before entering the facility. It's been a team effort to keep this amazing operation feeling safe. And here's a look at some of that signage reminding people to stay socially distant, wear your masks. So far, feeling pretty good about that, Jam Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody's pretty far from each other. This is a nice big facility here, this stadium, and people just sitting with each other come with.
Sloan just got jammed up on that body serve. Looks like he got a little skin there. It was interesting. Stevie had a forehand, and both players are back for Chicago. He decides to go to Rajiv instead of Sloan. That's a salute to Sloan back there.
She can handle that ball just as easily as Rajiv can, for sure. Making sure that ball doesn't come back. Nice close at the net. That floater.
You heard an out call from the Hawkeye Live. That's because it bounced off the bench and back in. Tricky little ball here. Angles it off nicely.
Second serve there from Stevie J. A lot of spin on that ball, tough to deal with, especially a one-handed backhand.
Chicago smashed second in the league in mixed doubles, although not that not relevant right now because it's always Bethany and Rom. You see Sloan in there. Orange County 6th in the league in mixed doubles. They win 47%. Chicago wins 55%. That's of their games, not their sets. World Team Tennis care about games, all about that total column.
I quite like this pairing of Johnson and Brady here. A little more powerful players. Jennifer Brady able to really both return and serve big, so at least try to get get through a tiebreaker. Put the numbers on. Putting in Johnson and Brady together and putting them first. He made the lineup, so he knows how great Chicago's mixed doubles have been.
Almost like get it out of the way.
Yeah, you want to get that first one out of the way and hopefully, you know, put games in, get on the board. But you put two players in who can actually return well, serve big, maybe you get a win. Surprise them a little bit. Different combo. There's Ricky Leach, OC's head coach. Legendary player in his own right.
We want to talk about Sloane Stevens just being a singles player. Nice volley right there. Kamau Murray, Sloane Stevens' regular coach, and also the coach of this expansion team, Chicago Smash. That's a cool dynamic.
What a return there from Jennifer Brady. Kamau Murray, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. The smile rarely leaves his face.
Little miscommunication there. I feel like Bethany, I think Rom's used to Bethany getting right on that net and take that middle ball. That one gets let go.
A big forehands from OC sets up a break point here.
Great job by Stevie. Gets that return low, and then the ball comes in the middle. He makes sure he's taking that forehand, and we have our second deciding point of the set. In a mixed doubles, we serve gender to gender. We saw the Chicago Smash take that first deciding point. Now it's going to be in a perfect time for a Geico timeout. Another thing we love about World Team Tennis, get that team thinking a little extra about this point, get a little extra coaching in. It's going to be Rom to Stevie. Last two times Stevie on the ad court got that two-handed return down low. Do you think they might test the forehand here?
Called it, Jeff.
That one misses. Stevie throws his racket in the air. And this World Team Tennis season is stacked with talent. Let's check out mixed doubles major champions. You see Rom on the court here. Bethany Mattek-Sands, 4-time champion. Nicole Melikar just got traded. Oh, by the way, the Bryans.
Yeah, by the way, the Bryans. There's always a lot of fun when you get Mike and Bob Bryan in the mix, but this doubles has just been fantastic. In fact, this entire season of WTT is so stacked from the singles to the doubles. It's a joy to be up here watching it. Saying goodbye to that volley pretty quickly. Nice return there from Sloane to set that up. Good footwork from Sloane to get around that ball, do something with it on that forehand side. Good chain from Brady. Jeep Rom.
And there's the difference about mix. You see a lot of rallies, cross-court patterns, waiting for that net person to get involved. This time, it's going to be Stevie, and Sloane's just a target up there. Great hitting by Brady there.
this from Stevie J. Not sure where he needed to be in the court, but finding a way. Feel that lob, getting deep there.
He's checking his pulse already.
His pulse,
how
look
you
at him
grind
hunkering
out a
down on
point.
this deuced court.
Good stick save right there. Lob drops in. That one goes deep. Kick serve from Brady, giving Rom a little bit of problems there. Stevie almost gets hit with some friendly fire.
Another great return from Sloane Stevens, just ripping that forehand. Strokes looking really good today.
Still 2 game points for the Breakers to ensure at the very least they'll be going to a 9-point tiebreaker. I like that play from Brady, putting it in the middle so Sloane feels like she's got to get involved at the net when maybe she doesn't really want to.
Yeah, it's interesting. I love seeing Sloane in the doubles. I think it's a great thing for her to be playing a little bit more doubles. It's solid today.
We saw the numbers from the Breakers hovering around 50, but here's the look at a squad that's 9-2 in that women's doubles we talked about, 65%. That means you're getting blowout sets, 5-1, 5-2, maybe even some bagels, and that is the difference of getting big wins.
Absolutely, 4 of those sets over 50%. Those are fantastic numbers. That's a fantastic backhand. Little signal to Stevie Johnson, stop taking the middle like that.
Yeah, turns on this beautifully.
The Sloane Stevens backhand is one of the best in the business. Good response there on the return side of things from Stevie Johnson. So important when you have a player that moves as much as Rajiv Raman does it well. You keep him honest and take a few of those returns up the line.
Even if you miss a few, right? Just have them thinking
Absolutely.
You're willing to put it there.
Prefer to make it, but if you miss a few, it's no big deal. Brady taking a cue from Stevie Johnson on that up the line ball. Not a good return though, pretty high. Still got the point.
Big point here with no ad scoring. If you're the Breakers and you get this point, you have 3 set points. Give your squad a 5-3 lead out the gates. Interesting that Brady stays back, much more comfortable ripping from the baseline.
Nice heavy ball there from Stevie Johnson. Draws the error. Even though the Smash have already made the finals, they still are vying for that #1 spot between them and Philadelphia Freedoms. A lot on the line for this match.
Nice job from Brady and the Breakers. We told you they usually go with Dabrowski and Krychek. This time it's Stevie and Jen Brady. They get the 5-3 win. And we are moving on to women's doubles when we come back.
Be sure to check out the whole collection at the Greenbriers Tennis Pro Shop. It's about 100 yards or so away from here. Greenbriers Tennis Pro Shop. up as Venus Williams Clothing Line 11.
No one needs a win more than the 4-7 Orange County Breakers. Great start taking that first set, 5-3 in the mix. Now we're transitioning to women's doubles, and no surprise here, Jan Mike. We got a substitution. Bethany Mattek-Sands in for Sloane Stevens, and that Genie and BMS squad winning 65% of their games. That's tough.
Yeah, definitely no surprise there. I said at the beginning of this show today that there was Bethany Mattek-Sands absent, and that lineup was the big one for me. Here we get a good look at her, one of my favorite players to watch out there on the tour. Never know what she's going to wear.
I'm gonna say,
so much fun.
Always the high socks, like the hat, 5 Grand Slam doubles champions, and 4-time in the mixed. There's a look at Sloane. We will see her again in women's singles, most likely. She has been subbed in for singles as well by Genie, but expect to see her in the singles. That's the 4th set. I told you that the Smash are 1st in the league in women's doubles, 65%. The Orange County Breakers are 5th in the league, winning 51%. That has mainly been Gabby Dabrowski and Andrea Klepacz. But today, it's going to be Brady and Dabrowski. So many options for Rick Leach. Gabby Dabrowski, one of the better doubles players here, World Team Tennis, top 10 in the world.
I think one of the things that Ricky Leach has learned that he can kind of lean heavily on Jennifer Brady, both because she's extremely fit, but a fantastic player in her own right, and continues to play better and better tennis on tour, both singles and doubles. Let's see what we get here. It's a fantastic start there for the Breakers in the mixed doubles.
Brady to start in the far court. She'll be serving with Bethany. And Genie has been lights out in that mad court. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Quickly that she's going to be moving a lot at the net. Consummate doubles player.
Luke Jensen calls her the Canadian Cannon. We got 2 double specialists in Dabrowski and BMS, and then you have the singles players, but sometimes you want that combo in doubles or mix. Someone take care of the net, the other person rip from the baseline.
I think Bethany Mattek-Sands has played some pretty good singles herself as well. Obviously focuses on the doubles. Fantastic volleyer, loves to come forward. And there's a reason why. Look at that volley. She picks that off with the big Jennifer Brady forehand. Bit of a bunt and barge play there off that return.
28 years old, 9 career doubles titles, 2-time Grand Slam mixed doubles champ. Just look at Gabby's individual numbers. So every time she steps on the court, she's winning 54% of her games. That's in women's doubles.
That's another gigantic forehand from Brady. Getting it done there.
First game hole for the Breakers. Extend that lead to 3, up 6-3 in the total column.
Dabrowski-Brady combination is one I really like because Dabrowski moves so well at the net, always trying to look to pick off that easy ball. The big Jennifer Brady ground stroke, setting up a lot of opportunities for her to do so.
Murray, when they're the home team, usually gets this women's doubles team last. And that was the case these teams the first time they played. Mattek-Sands and Jeannie went last and they won 5-2. Same thing happened yesterday. They're up 1 going in the 5th set. And then they shut the door with women's doubles.
At the beginning of this game, it's Jeannie Bouchard's 5th season playing World Team Tennis. Bit of a resurgence in the Bouchard game. She's been playing a lot better. Started this year pretty well in New Zealand.
48-26. First in the league. Bethany has those same exact stats because they've played together every time in women's doubles.
Unable to harness the firepower of that Brady forehand. Really been landing that shot in these first 2 sets today. Jennifer Brady looking solid. With that backhand up the line. It's a consistent shot. It's a ball she's relied on throughout her career. Able to take it cross court or up the line just as easy.
There. Look at that forehand.
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. I agree. That's a forehand she can take right at Bouchard there. Decides to go up the middle. Also a good play to go up the middle. Force them to try to communicate there who takes that ball, but obviously missing long. Finish that one off. Bouchard in trouble that game, figuring out a way. They're on the board.
Good hold there. 4-6 now in the total. Another look at these standings. Big picture. You see the Smash have already clinched a playoff berth. Obviously, they want that top seed, but then there are the Breakers 4-7. They are not out of it yet. Each team plays 14 matches. They have 3 left. If they win out, they still have a decent shot at this, and all starts here today. And if you're Rick Leach, you got to be pumped at this start, especially considering you see the Smash and mix in women's doubles first, and they find themselves with a 6-4 early lead.
first serve from Dabrowski. I watched her in a match. An OC lost a match the other day, and Dabrowski by herself went out on the practice courts and served for like an hour. By herself, sat down, continued to hit serves. Obviously, it was a thing she didn't think she did very well at that day. Right now, looks fantastic. Put the work in, go execute in the matches.
That's been cool to see while we've been here. They've kind of settled in at this resort for 3 weeks straight. A lot of players hitting the gym hard before or after their matches. Not as hard as hitting the gym as you, Jen Mike.
Hopefully
though,
not too hard before the match. Hard to play tennis when you've gone hard in the gym. Jennifer Brady with some great defense on those volleys. Nice play from Bouchard.
Takes his first volley up the middle. Ends up getting the overhead. Maybe a little loose on that swing. Catches the tape. That's why you make maybe one extra ball for Brady.
Fantastic play and setup from Bethany Mattek-Sands. Great lob. She sees the court so well. But OC gets through that game.
This will be our first look at the Bethany Mattek-Sands serve. This is the combo that's a little more breakable if you're the breakers trying to get this game. Mattek-Sands serving, Jeannie at the net.
Back in there for Bethany Mattek-Sands. She's quick to smile on the court, but look at those eyes, that focus. She wants to win. Master tactician. She steps foot in that doubles court. Rip from that forehand side of Jennifer Brady.
Sun's starting to come out. Start getting the fans up here in the booth.
Jennifer Brady doing everything in her power at this point to keep that ball away from Bethany Mattek-Sands at the net.
Yeah, we've seen, these are the patterns we've seen the smash take the majority of them. Jeannie smashing backhands, but like you said, Jim, Mike, Brady doing more than holding her own, not letting Bethany get involved. Big forehand rips from her. One of my favorite parts about World Team Tennis, every player involved in the backs and the corners of the court. Even if it's not a Geico timeout, you have 25 seconds. All the teammates seem to be getting involved, giving their input.
This season, doubling as ball boys and ball girls.
Yeah, that's been, I feel like that's been such a success. them having to retrieve the balls.
It's been a total success for the team to get up and help them out. Obviously, no ball boys and ball girls here because of COVID-19. What hustle there from Dabrowski, getting into the net. Fantastic play.
She's trying to get to the net whenever she can, even when it's on a junky forehand slice like that. Bethany feels her presence, tries to lob it. Jeannie's a target. So we have another deciding point and another Geico timeout. This one from the Breakers. At this point, you're up 4 in the total column. And they have yet to win one of these. No surprise here. Brady's going to take it. If she gets another second serve, she's going to look to run around and rip that forehand. And then Dabrowski will pounce on anything she can get.
Unbelievable tennis from Bethany Mattek-Sands, somehow finding the baseline off that great return and ripping it up the line.
She's on her heels. She rips the forehand. A little swing and a miss from Dabrowski. 2-all in women's doubles, but the Breakers are still up 7-5. Be right back at the Greenbrier. Here is a look at that deciding point we just saw in that last game. Somehow, this Mattek-Sands ball catches the line, and then she ends up ripping the forehand.
Unbelievable corner shot there, laying waste to this forehand up the line.
Dabrowski's right there. Maybe should have hit a regular volley. Not sure what happened there. She doesn't miss those often. And instead of 8-4, it's now 7-5. Huge difference. Love those deciding points. The clutch moments come at you fast in World Team Tennis.
Bethany Mattek-Sands wanted no part of that overhead from Dabrowski there. Move there from Mattek-Sands, but unable to contain the firepower from Brady off that backhand side.
taken a return early.
She barely even let that ball bounce.
Like a half volley.
Sands is just on top of that service box. That's a bit of a signal. Better hit it bigger than that. Jennifer Brady knows she needs that shot against Bethany Mattek-Sands, who moves so well.
And you can just feel a little bit that Brady's in Bethany's head a little bit. Now going up the line a couple times.
Bethany gave a good fake there. You watched her. She was looking for the ball to the line, and Brady hit it even better. That's the thing about Bethany Mattek-Sands. She knows she's going to get burned up the line a few times. She doesn't really care. You're not always supposed to break serve, but if you can get those kinds of seeds planted later in the match, they may come to fruition and get you the break you want.
Jeannie been hitting a very clean ball in this World Team Tennis season, especially from the backhand, but right there, forehand takes it a little late, swings Brady out wide, and we have another deciding point. And look at the stats, that's huge. Chicago's won all three, but they're still down 2 in the total. Can you imagine if the breakers took just 1 or 2 of those? Of course, Jeannie's gonna take this one.
Jennifer Brady's really been testing out the backhand of Eugenie Bouchard. Not a good plan. Bouchard backhand, in my opinion, especially in the return of serve, is much better than the forehand.
They are 4 for 4 on deciding points. That's a Chicago smash. 4 of the 6 games they won have been in that no-ad point. Unbelievable. Just because the breakers are still up 1. That's got to be frustrating, but you're the breakers, you tell yourself I'm still up in the total column. You're feeling good.
Well, absolutely, and these first 2 matches are the ones that Ricky Leach thought were their weakest matches. So to be even after this, maybe try to get ahead somehow, but really, in my opinion, you got to have Eugenie Bouchard hit more forehands on those returns. I'd love to have seen that second serve go into the forehand side. She just is too solid with that backhand wing.
Brady rips the return. She handles the first one well. But check out the variety. She's got it all here today.
Pickup from Dabrowski there.
Holds her ground beautifully here.
Dabrowski getting nice and low in that volley. So important to try to give yourself a little bit of lift on that.
She gets that first one back. She's not done. Then she makes a move, forces the error. 109 on that serve from Jeannie.
30-15.
Play there. smash. Bouchard's serve is looking solid today, hitting her spots. Some good pace.
A little bit slow start for the smash, but now out to a 4-2 lead, getting a great look at why they're so tough. Jeannie has just been nails from the backcourt, ripping returns, showing off the roller, and you know Bethany's going to do what she does at the net. Now we're at 7 apiece in the total column. Oh, let's go. I love a little let cord ace like that, Jam Mike.
Nice little drop shot serve there from Dabrowski. You don't see that a lot on main tour, but here we play lets.
You said she was working on her serve. Was she working on that one?
That's the one I saw her working on. It's amazing she's able to hit it out there.
Good
Well done.
execution.
Solid point all around. Kim Brady with a nice clean backhand to finish it off.
Good job by Jen Brady moving a little bit back here because she got to cover the middle. Here she goes. You think she's going for the let cord ace there? That's why she hit it in the net.
It's tough to go for. I think she might have to practice a little more to be dependable with it. A little frustration there from Dabrowski, but still 30-15. Mattek-Sands with a good fake there, drawing that ball up the line. We've seen her get burned a couple times on it. I talked about how later in the set that can pay off for her nonetheless. This time fully covering the line, executing on that easy volley cross court.
Tough position to be in when you're on your heels at the baseline and you're staring down BMS at the net. Tries to go down the line. She's home.
Fantastic volleys right there from Jennifer Brady. A little smile after she won that point. Really sticking those volleys in the backhand side. Not easy to do.
It's a big hold for the Breakers. Momentum was going the other way, and you're still down 3-4, but now you're up in the total column. Just knock a couple volleys, wait for your chance, get the smash. Smash now with a chance to serve out the set. That would tie the score at 8 apiece. This is the second of 5 sets.
Krauski making the move there, leaving the whole court open to Bethany Mattek-Sands, drawing an error nonetheless. Sometimes, Jeff, just making a move can force your opponent to hit a shot they don't want to, change their mind.
Sometimes the doubles players like those small targets. All of a sudden you get a big one, and she flies it 10 feet long. Krauski's fun to watch. Return, follows it to net. Geico timeout from Kamau Murray. Serving for the set, down love 30. Kind of a perfect spot for that. Slow it down a little bit.
Talk a little strategy.
Maybe talking about the activities they're going to do later. Is it going to be archery, skeet shooting?
There's a lot of activities to do here at the Greenbrier for sure. Archery sounds fun. OC.
Get the Geico timeout. Next thing you know, you win the next 2 points. Now it's 30 all. Bye-bye.
Serve out wide from Bethany Mattek-Sands. It's a ball you have to take away from her, in my opinion, especially at 30 all. Jen Brady needs to be looking for that serve out wide. Mattek-Sands has that one in the top of her tool box.
Deciding point, another opportunity to tell our viewers that the Chicago Smash have won every deciding point, 4 for 4. This one's huge. For the Smash, you take it, it's 8 all. If not, then you're down 9-7 with a chance for the Breakers to go up 10-7, because then we have a 9-point tiebreaker. And it looks like the Breakers are going to do a double. So we got a double Geico timeout in a huge spot. And this is what's fun about World Team Tennis. On WTA ATP Tour, you see the add deuce. Gets a little tiring sometimes. Let's just get to the clutch moment. Let's do it now, baby.
The entire team on the court as well. A lot of support there.
That wide serve, Jam Mike. The forehand flies long, and the Smash take the second set 5-3 after dropping the first one 5-3. So we are at 8 games apiece, 2 sets down, 3 to go. We will be right back.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, men's singles. Men's singles is next. One minute. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, men's singles. For Chicago, moving up to the cheers right. 18 years
The Breakers and the Smash split the first two sets, 5-3 both ways. We are at 8 games apiece now, and we're going to transition over to men's singles. Our first singles set today. Brandon Nakashima, 18 years old, taking on Stevie Johnson, 30 years old. Another All-American matchup here in men's singles. And that last set, Jam Mike, Gina Bouchard and Bethany Mattek-Sands taking 3 out of 3 on those deciding points.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. The amount of games that just on that 1 point swung toward the smash, huge deal.
You see right there, they're 10-2 in sets. That leads World Team Tennis. They also lead the league in their games won percentage. That is more crucial. So they lead in both. And now it's time to check out some singles. And it looks like it's going to be Stevie to start. Well, of course it is. The home team starts serving the first and third and fifth set. This is the third set, of course. These two already played each other this season when they played back on July 15th. Brandon Nakashima took that set.
Forehand there. Stevie Johnson, nice little signal to the forehand side of Nakashima, the weaker side of Brandon Nakashima. That backhand is a thing of beauty.
First time they met, Nakashima took that set 5-4. Stevie looking for a little bit of revenge.
That's just good tennis right out of the blocks for Stevie Johnson. That forehand finding its mark yet again. Stevie Johnson wants to win this set. This is how he needs to play. Dictate on that forehand side. Stay in the backhand rallies to look for those opportunities. Brandon Nakashima, one of the up-and-coming young Americans on the tour. Here we have him, just 18 years old. His first season with WTT. Very consistent player. One of the best backhands I've seen in a long time. Not a lot of emotion from Brandon Nakashima on the court. Stays very focused, stays very much in the moment. For such a young player, that's a huge asset.
That's a nice nice sign from Stevie with a big come on there for that first hold. Let's take another look at this matchup here. We're going to use the UTR. Both these players have quite a bit of results because they played a lot of these exhibition matches. This is not an exhibition, but Nakashima with the slight edge.
Yeah, Nakashima with the slight edge there. Tough to say because it's not a lot of tennis been played necessarily on tour.
Just so people understand how good this guy is, Jam Mike, he's ranked 220 right now, but just a ballpark, it seems like he's playing more at an almost top 50 level right now.
Yeah, I think it's, seems like it's one thing, getting out into actual tournaments and doing it is another, but I think he has the tools to do just that. Certainly top 100 is well within his reach. Get a full year on tour, I think he can get there, and from there, sky's the limit. He's got a good game to match up against a lot of different types of players. You really got to take it to Brandon to win the points. Quite like that, see the positivity that we saw from Stevie Johnson at the end of his last service game. That come on was a real one. He wants to win this set.
Easy hold there for Nakashima. Last 3 sets Brandon has played, he's won 5-4, 5-3, 5-1. That's against Sock, Tommy Paul, Sam Querrey, and there he is just amongst the league. He's the second best in the league, winning 54% of his games, and that's a nice list right there.
This is the kind of player you want on your team for singles. He plays the same every single day, so he's putting on a lot of games. He's winning a lot of the matches. He's so solid in the returns, and he serves very well. His serve's not as big as some of the other guys, but he hits his spots. So you'll see him often holding easily because he makes so many first serves. All the way into the doubles alley there off that ad court to get that forehand. It's a good one up the line. It's the play you want to try and achieve against Brandon Nakashima. Get him into that forehand corner.
Oh, sorry, man.
Ball down the court well. That forehand, beginning of the point, setting up a nice little play here to get to the net.
Usually you teach players to approach down the line, but when it's Stevie, you really want to find that backhand.
That's just an unbelievable amount of work with Stevie Johnson getting around the backhand. Jeff made a good point there, trying to find that backhand if you can. Not an easy thing to do necessarily.
Looking like Carlos Moya here, going to his left, choppy steps.
Backhand for Brandon Nakashima. Not only can he take it deep and stay in those rallies, directed up the line, but nice little angle he hits on this return, getting way inside the baseline. You have to make a decision off the kick serve of Stevie Johnson, either move way back or get in on that line to be able to handle that amount of spin he puts on the ball. volley there from Stevie Johnson, getting Nakashima into that forehand corner before unleashing that forehand up the line.
Oh, good ball. All right.
Nakashima got tripped up a little bit. Floats a slice in the middle of the court. Kind of the bread and butter for Stevie. Forehand goes long, another deciding point. And Stevie would love to get his breakers their first deciding point. Look at those numbers, 5 for 5 for the smash. There it is, 1 for 6, and they'll take it. They're up 10-9. We said Stevie loves team tennis. Here is the proof. 7-time All-American at USC. His team won the national title all 4 years. 72-match win streak. Are you kidding me?
I mean, you see that number, 72. Just unbelievable what Stevie Johnson accomplished in college.
72 matches. This isn't fast four format. It's 2 out of 3. You're not going to wake up, maybe one night you hit the frat parties a little late and you wake up and you're not into it. 72 matches, you're amazing.
Shot there from Nakashima going again cross court, taking everything into that backhand side, but a little too much on that, a little too much juice in that backhand volley.
Nice to see. Approaches to the backhand, doesn't slice this one, comes over the top.
Tough to go inside out up the line there with that volley. Not an easy shot to make, especially go deep with.
Serve looks a little bit like that Rom/Sampras as well.
Better volley there from Nakashima. Nice close coming forward. Good footwork. Blocked that one off. Nakashima doing some work with Pat Cash. Those volleys could rub off pretty nicely.
Yep. 40-15.
Great spot serving from Nakashima. We talked about Stevie playing college tennis. Nakashima played 1 year, University of Virginia. ACC Freshman of the Year.
Big forehand there from Stevie Johnson, taking a chance into the forehand corner of Nakashima. Still the smash with another game point here. Approach shot up the line there, but a tough one to handle from that Stevie Johnson forehand, getting down low on Nakashima's shoelaces.
That time he approaches down the line. Stevie's got himself a forehand. And we got another Geico timeout, another deciding point, which has really been the story so far. Smash taking 5 out of 6. Stevie finally got the breakers off the schneid on that category. And we saw Stevie rip that forehand cross court on the deuce side. Curious where he'll take this one. Receiver's choice.
Tough one to call. I think Nakashima serves well in both courts. Stevie should go where he feels best.
Double timeout.
Stevie Johnson taking a double or Geico timeout
Points
himself.
to the head. I love that. He's been doing that.
See if he can get the rookie to think about it a little bit. But you know what? Nakashima plays in the moment extremely well. I would imagine he'll be unfazed by this.
The heady player is playing mind games. 12 years older than Brandon Nakashima. Ah, yeah, Stevie, you're the vet out here. I think I saw a triple Geico timeout about a week ago. All the days are starting to run together, but I think I saw that. Stevie gonna move back and get a forehand here.
That is a giant forehand right there from Stevie Johnson and gets the break.
They drop the first 5 deciding points as a team, but then they get the next 2. Check out Stevie on this second serve, moving to his left, Rip City, give it a come on. We'll be back, second half of men's singles when we come back. '45th season of World Team Tennis, and to get caught up on all things league related, go to the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter page, and of course, WTT.com. That is where it's at. And right now, this match is heating up because it is 11-9 Breakers. Breakers a little desperate here in the standings, 4-7, need to win the remaining 3 matches. Great start so far. Stevie's into this one, Jim, Mike.
Absolutely, and just a giant return on that last deuce point there to get the break against Brandon out here for the Breakers, and a 2-game lead now if he can continue to hold serve.
Up in the booth here, I'm Jeff Chisholm, joined by Jan Michael Gamble, former top 15 player in the world. Many seasons of World Team Tennis, both as a player and a coach.
Some just fantastic intensity from Stevie Johnson today, taking this match very seriously. He's been playing better and better throughout the season. Nice return there. Ran Nakashima off the forehand wing. Often, Jeff, throughout the season can be so grueling because of the travel that you have to do for World Team Tennis. You see the play kind of diminish a little at the end. This has been everybody getting better by the end, able to practice, able to go to the gym, able to take a few actual days off and relax. It's been fantastic here at the Greenbrier.
A lot of players here with their family, with their pets, and getting used to the court, like you said. That is how you consolidate a break Nice quick hold there from Stevie. They're up 4-1 in men's singles, 12-9 in the total column.
Easy on himself. Such good footwork. He's so quick coming forward. Very good mover. Also very offensive with his footwork, not just defensive. Showing a little impatience in that rally. Tough to win a slice off with Stevie Johnson.
That's a great stat right there. Every match he's won, every set I should say, 5-4. It's just one hold away here from breaking that.
A few forehand errors off the Stevie Johnson. Powerhouse shot that he possesses. Not afraid to show a little motion on the court either. Backhand up the line. Stevie doesn't take very many of those backhands cross court, but when he gets a hold of them up the line, they can be very difficult to deal with. It's a pretty flat shot, moves through the court well.
Like a Nick Curious backhand,
yeah,
kind of.
Very much like Nick's backhand.
A little underspin almost.
Should say Nick's is like Stevie's.
Yeah. Oh, a dead run and still gets
up the line. Look at him looking into the crowd. What more do you want from me than that? Let's see if he can get the break here. He's got a couple of break points. Stevie Johnson with an unbelievable scrambling passing shot.
2 set points here for Stevie. Give his squad a 4-game lead.
Stuff from Nakashima. Deserves a steal on that forehand. Nice serve out wide to set it up. Stevie's going to have one more look. Successful in deuce court last time. I imagine he'll be over on that side again.
First serve key here for Nakashima. Last time was a second serve. Stevie unloaded on the forehand.
Stevie Johnson.
Again, moving to his left, ensuring he gets a forehand. Last time he blasts it cross court. This time he goes up the line, Jam Mike.
There's absolutely nothing that Stevie Johnson can't do with his forehand. And look at that footwork to get around it. Again, he saw a second serve there on that no-ad point, took advantage of it.
They've now won 3 straight no-ad points, deciding points. They're up 13-9. Got good revenge here against Nakashima. Last time they played, that was July 15th. Nakashima won that 5-4, so great showing here from Stevie. 3 sets down, 2 to go. They're up 4, they're feeling good. And now for the Chosen Foods mover of the match. Nakashima gets the nod here, but he gets the L in the set. 3 sets down, and we have 2 to go. Stevie Johnson lights out for the Breakers so far. given themselves a win in a 4-game lead. It's going to be Nick Gismondi on the other side. Get you caught up on all things league related. Be right back.
I got a text or a tweet from, I guess, some of the
In the last 2 sets of this match, women's singles and men's doubles. Women's singles after our intermission is coming up.
Halftime from the Greenbrier. A look at Sloane Stevens warming up. She's coming up next in women's singles. More on that in a moment as the Orange County Breakers leading the Chicago Smash currently 13-9 right now from center court, Creekside. Glad to have you with us here halftime on the Tennis Channel. I'm Nick Gismondi. Well, so much of what World Team Tennis does is based around the community and giving back. A lot of people say that tennis is a huge family, and World Team Tennis exemplifies that. When they made the decision to come to the Greenbrier, obviously there was some work that needed to be done and some upgrades that needed to be made in order to make it a viable home for the 2020 World Team Tennis season. A few weeks ago, our very own CEO, Carlos Silva, had the opportunity with Sloane Stevens of the Chicago Smash to help dedicate a refurbished practice court here at the Greenbrier. And it was a spectacular give back to a community and to a place that has given us so much over these past 2 weeks.
One, two, three. It just brings a big smile to all of our faces. Fred and Eric, our 2 owners, are here today too. And when I told them that we were doing this, they were like, fantastic. And the players love it. It's great to have some new practice courts, of course, but what's important is that we're leaving them behind.
Yeah, I think, obviously, I grew up playing at a public park, so for me, I think it's really important to be able to play and have a place to play and it not be, like, crazy to get to or super expensive to play, and I think accessibility is really important. So I think for this to be built, for kids to play, for adults to be able to play, it's really important. So I think people taking it serious enough to be able to put new courts and want to put new courts and be a part of the community and grow the community is really important.
Well, and that course being dedicated to Temp Gillespie, a longtime tennis teacher here in the West Virginia area, and the Greenbrier has just been an incredible host for us. So much so that even though I've been here and we've all been here about a month, I'm really not looking forward to leaving. It's been a pretty perfect time here, to say the very least, and I got a feeling we'll probably be back. When we come back, we'll have more tennis for you here on the Tennis Channel. It's women's singles as Sloane Stevens of the Chicago Smash takes on Jen Brady of the Orange County Breakers. Jeff and Jan Mike with the call after this.
2018. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer Brady. To the tiers left for Chicago, winner of 6 WTA singles titles. She won the 2017 U.S. Open, was also a finalist at the French Open the very next year, and also in 2018 went to the World Tour Finals. Give it up for Sloane Stephens. One minute.
Welcome back here. It is the Breakers and the Smash. First two sets split 5-3 apiece. And then it was Stevie Johnson avenging his loss to Brandon Nakashima, beating him this time 5-1. They now lead 13-9. Now we got women's singles for the fourth set, and then it's going to be men's doubles to finish. Let's take a look at the big picture here between these two teams. Smash in a tie for first. They've already clinched a playoff berth. The Breakers 4-7, they're not out of it, but they need to win their final 3 matches.
Yeah, absolutely. Another do-or-die match here for the OC Breakers. Can they do it? Well, Stevie Johnson put him in a good position there against Brandon Nakashima, playing a brilliant set of tennis, winning 2 deuce points to get those breaks and that 5-1 scoreline there. 4-game padded score here going into this for Jennifer Brady. Can she make a move against Sloane Stephens? Not easy to do.
9 teams in the league, top 4 make the playoffs. Each team plays 14 matches. So we're just hitting the home stretch here. Thursday will be the final day of the regular season. Friday's a day off, and then Saturday and Sunday, that is the playoffs, top 4 teams. 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. Finals on Sunday, and we got a nice matchup here. Jen Brady, Sloane Stephens. Jen Brady has played every game for the Breakers at singles. She's 41-41. Pretty sure that's 50% of her games she's winning. Last time these two played, that was July 15th. It was Sloane taking that meeting 5-2.
Jennifer Brady getting a lot of play time, even today, playing the doubles and the mixed. Good opportunities for her to hone that serve and big forehand that she utilizes so well. I've seen a couple good ones so far early in this set.
Jen Brady was having such a great 2020 season before the hiatus. So a lot of good results from her, and that's why it's no surprise to see she's got the big advantage here in the UTR.
That's exactly right. And Sloane Stephens kind of finding her way back into the sport, back into the spotlight, and playing well here and playing a little bit better each match. Good time for her to get that game going. Grand Slam champion Sloane Stephens. Fantastic tennis there from Brady. Such good footwork on that forehand wing. loves to run around it and dictate. It's a heavy ball she hits off that side. A lot of spin.
Early on, Brady was struggling in World Team Tennis season. A lot of forehand spraying long. And Leaf told a story, Leaf Shiras, when he was talking to Jen and she was struggling, he said, because we're playing a little bit of altitude here, he said, Jen, have you changed the tension on your string? She said, no, actually, I've gone a little looser. And since then, we found out from the teammates, she finally changed the tension. She went up a little bit, and she's been playing a lot better results lately. Feet of altitude, so it's not mile high, but certainly makes a difference.
Sloan fought hard for that last point, just barely missing on that backhand. A backhand she hits so well. Continuing to just wail away on those forehands. Another good game there for Jennifer Brady. Seeing the ball like a grapefruit today, it seems. It's just ripping those things.
At easy depth and power, really controlling the point so far. Sloane Stephens only 28-32 this season. As a team, Chicago has won over 50%, but Jeannie Bouchard has subbed in a few times. Jeannie's 12-7. She missed one. So, you know, restring the rackets. Let's get them up again.
Getting control of that with that backhand up the line. Executes so well on that shot.
Yesterday when the Smash played the Rollers, it was Jeannie who played the full set in women's singles, losing to Ayla Tomjanovic 5-4.
Jennifer Brady, huge forehand inside out, setting up the easy pass or approach shot winner.
She's got that extreme Western grip, so you can really feel the ball bouncing high towards herself with the short ball here. Easy put away. Was waiting for that moment for Sloane to get mentally into this match. She rips the forehand pass. We got a big come on from her.
Yeah, Sloane Stephens has a lot to be fired up on this point about. Excellent shot here. What a great pass. That forehand nails right there. Back on track in this set.
Back within 5. First place smash, taking on the 4 and 7 breakers.
Forehand to win most of her points. This is a good one. Up the line from the backhand wing of Jennifer Brady.
She likes the open stance forehand. Here's that open stance backhand. Playing through the sidelines from Brady. Swing Stephens out wide. Gets another short ball.
Jennifer Brady been playing very offensive tennis. Talk about the forehand a lot, but from both wings, really trying to execute and push Sloane Stephens back if she can.
Makes me wonder if there might be a substitution. We saw it earlier in the year. Jeannie came in for Sloane when she was down 3-1, and Sloane came back. I'm sorry, Jeannie came back and took the set. Something to keep an eye out on.
Sloane racing one of the break points, but there's 3 more for the breakers. Is just too good from Jennifer Brady. What a shot to finish that one off.
We've been gushing over the forehand. She swings her wide, but look at her step into this one. Weight coming forward. No chance for Sloane on that one. She's up 3-1 in women's singles, and the breakers are up 6. Just what they needed if they want a chance at the playoffs.
Give it up for Eugenie Bouchard. Seconds.
We thought it might happen, and it did. Kamal Murray pulls the trigger. Jeannie Bouchard in for Sloane Stephens. Here she comes in, inheriting a 3-1 deficit in women's singles. Her team is down 6 games. We've seen this before. Jeannie came in down 3-1. She ends up winning that set. Definitely going to need an effort from her if they want to stay in this match. two ways to look at this. If you're Jeannie, it's tough to come in when you're cold mid-set. But if you're Brady, now you're facing a different opponent.
Yeah, definitely. She's definitely facing a different opponent. They're both ground strokers, though, as well, so it's not that much of a difference. If Jennifer Brady continues to execute on the big forehand and serve, she should be able to get through this one, but Eugenie coming in, trying to make that comeback can feel really good. So no pressure on Bouchard. That's just 2D tennis right there. Jennifer Brady really just finding her length on these ground strokes and great footwork to make it all happen.
Another serve plus forehand for Brady.
Fantastic game there from Jennifer Brady, unfazed by the substitution.
So going into this match, we said Brady was 41 and 41. Now she's up 4-1, so that percentage is going to go up. Started off slow. She's starting to come into her own. She was playing so great coming into this season. But how cool is that? Kim Kleister's 30 and 15 story of the season so far, winning 65% of her games against tough competition.
Just continuing to fire on all cylinders in these returns. Nice depth on that one, getting around it quickly to execute on this forehand inside in.
She's putting on a forehand clinic right now.
Just lights out for Jennifer Brady.
It's like she's out there with the ball machine. She's smiling. She's just pounding winners left and right, well behind the baseline right there. So much action on her shot. This is what it feels like when you take the racket out of your opponent's hand. Bouchard hasn't been able to get into any of these points just because Brady's hitting so big.
Continuing to wail on those forehands. Jennifer Brady, the kind of tennis she's playing here, could see her going far into the events when they come back soon on tour. Just fantastic today in all the sets she's played. Bouchard digging into that point. Backhand that she hits so well, finding its mark.
Two set points still for Brady.
Bouchard doing a good job there getting to the backhand side of Jennifer Brady, finally drawing an error there.
She's on her heels, she's struggling, but if you're Jeannie in the smash, we say it all the time, every game counts. Get within 6, or are you gonna be down 8 going into men's doubles?
Just unbelievable stuff from Jennifer Brady. That forehand returns so deep in the court.
A smile from Brady, well deserved. It was tied 8-all, and then the singles came. Stevie and Brady win their 2 sets 5-1, and they now have a commanding 8-game lead going into men's doubles. All breakers here at the Greenbrier. Shit.
Go to Wilson.com for more information.
Breakers up 18-10 thanks to some huge forehands from Jen Brady.
Just watch how big she hits this shot here. Getting around it, finding the depth on that return, executing again there. It's just too good, too much firepower on the shot. Another look at that huge forehand and the great footwork that she uses to set all those kinds of shots up. Nice smile there from Jennifer Brady, well deserved. Fantastic singles set from her.
She was hitting them inside in, inside out, swinging volleys, and she cannot stop smiling. I don't blame her. Big reason why she's back in the top 50. Expect more from her and some deep runs in the slams. And she has given her squad an 8-game lead as we transition to men's doubles. It's going to be Rajiv Ram and Evan King. Evan King playing sparingly. Most of the time it's Brandon Nakashima. And then taking on Stevie Johnson and Austin Krajicek. This is going to be Stevie's 3rd set of the match. Austin Krajicek, another fellow college tennis player, won an NCAA doubles champion. 2011 College Station. Evan King, he played his college tennis at Michigan.
And Coach Ricky Leach, as strong as the singles was, feels like this is his best set to win it with. Stevie Johnson played fantastic today in the singles and in the mixed.
I think if you went to Rick Leach last night and you said, hey, you're going to be tied going into men's doubles, would you take it? He'd say yes, and now they're up 8.
Exactly. Ricky in the sideline over there in the corner. Got to be pretty happy with his team so far.
That looked way in, and here could be an example of when Hawkeye Live makes an egregious error, and everyone knew it. Yeah, look at Rom's pointing to the mark.
King is selecting another mark way outside where it was. So they'll replay the point. Sometimes they select the wrong service box, and that's why it would make that error. Talk a lot about Jennifer Brady's big forehand, but Stevie Johnson landing his giant forehand today quite a bit. Looked amazing against Brandon Nakashima. Good example of it right there.
Stevie playing in the mixed doubles in the first set. They got a 5-3 win. Then men's singles third set. It's the 5-1 win. Here he is in men's doubles. So it's been a forehand clinic all around for the breakers. We talked about Brady. Here is the forehand from Stevie, Jam Mike.
Absolutely, and the incredible footwork that he uses to set it all up. Watch how fast he gets all the way around this passing shot.
He's like moonwalking.
Somehow finds an angle while he does it. Stevie's on the scramble here. A different kind of passing shot, this time up the line. Hit it all with that forehand side. And just some incredible speed coming forward. Missing on the lob, but Stevie trying to put one more ball back in play, checking his pulse, it's still there.
He was checking his pulse in the first set. I don't think that's something Mark Lucero, his current coach, wants to see.
Doesn't hurt to show a little personality out there. This is a fun format after all. Beautiful serve there from Rajiv Ram. Best looking service motions out there. And a fantastic doubles player in Ram.
We got 4 college tennis players on the court. Rom for Illinois, King for Michigan. So a Big Ten affair for the Smash. Texas A&M for Krychek, and of course USC for Stevie.
Yeah.
They get the hold, they're back within 8. If you're thinking at home, hey, you only play sets to 5 and they're down 8, why are we even playing this set? We have a thing called extended play. If you are down in the total column, but you win the final set, that would be the smash, we will go into extended play where you have the opportunity to win as many consecutive games as needed to tie the total score. It's gonna take a lot of work, but they're still in it.
Johnson and Krychek can even keep this set close, though, however. Even they could suffer a 5-3 loss or a tiebreaker 5-4 loss. They'd still be in a commanding lead to hopefully go out and hold serve just the one time to put this one into the record books.
Austin Krajicek, no relation to Richard Krajicek, used to be top 100 in singles. That was 2015. Career high of 35 in doubles. Now he's 47. 3 career doubles titles. And a 2011 national champion in doubles at A&M.
Quite like Krajicek's game for the Dubs. He's got a good service. Obviously, being a lefty is useful on tour. There's not just because there's not as many lefties, but he volleys well and also returns well. So a lot of partners would be scrambling to play with him.
Krajicek and Dabrowski were late adds to the team. Came to the Greenbrier about 2 or 3 days in. Breakers were off to a slow start. Needed some punch in that doubles lineup. There's the Canadian Cannon. Digging the tunes. And that's DJ Danny crushing it on the turntables.
Stevie Johnson, do you think he wanted that forehand all the way over in front of Austin Krajicek to rip that ball inside out?
Looks like Kelly Lee from the Bad News Bears.
Get out of the way on this one, I'm coming.
It was a forehand for Krajicek too.
Goes without saying here that the Smash cannot afford to lose this game and get down a break in this set. It's a do or die set for them to win if they want to shove it into overtime. Austin Krajicek taking that ball straight at Rajiv Ram there at the net. It's good play against the guy who moves as well as Ram does, and looking to take that middle ball. He also covers the line well, so sometimes just going straight at him is a good play.
Johnson was in the stands hitting forehands. But when you don't have to cover the middle of the court, you're playing doubles, you can do that.
Stevie with a nice heavy ball there, inside out. It's a tough ball to take up the line. Not a bad decision, but well left by Krajicek.
Still 2 break chances here for the Breakers. Just got a word from our production crew that the least amount of games a team has had so far this season is 11. And that's where the Smash are right now. Down big in the total column. We got a deciding point here. Receiver's choice.
Stevie electing to allow Krajicek to take this return, pointing over at him.
Crucial hole for the Smash. Tied up at 2 games apiece. They are back within 8. A lot of work left to do for the Smash. Breakers up big.
Download the Tennis One app to get the latest news on World Team Tennis and teams throughout the season. Follow players, standings, social, games, live scores, and more. Remember, data rates may apply.
Back here, men's doubles, 5th and final set between the Smash and the Breakers, and the Breakers are up big, and boy, do they need a win. 4 and 7 in the standings, but they are still in it for a playoff spot.
Well-handled ball in that first one from Austin Krajicek, finding a way with that windmill type of stroke he used there to put it back in the court.
They're on a 4-match winning streak, the Chicago Smash are. 2 losses to first place Philly and Orlando Storm. Storm are in 3rd place.
Grom splitting the difference on that forehand approach shot. Nice play by him. Some big forehand, big groundies here. Likes to get around this forehand and wind up for that good delivery.
Stevie turns around. Maybe a little butts up. I have a feeling if you're not up by 8, you're not doing that.
Excellent volley there from Austin Krajicek. Stevie Johnson moving that fantastic forehand around the court. Such great control on that shot.
Here goes Evan King diagonally to his left. Whoops.
It's a good move from Evan King, really taking that middle away, but Stevie had the answer in that line ball.
Ho-hum hold for Stevie. They're now up 9. Smash need to win this set in order to force extended play, and even if they do, they'll have a lot more games to win to tie it up and try to force a super tiebreaker.
They have to win those games consecutively. Tall order.
And I can already tell you it's never been done before because the largest extended play lead has been 6, 1988. LA Strings.
That feel from Rajiv Ram there. Made that shot look easy. It wasn't, I promise. Those half volleys are difficult to handle. Beautiful feel there. Nice body ball there from Rajiv Ram. That serve, he can hit all the spots. It's very difficult to try to hedge your bet on one of them. That's just too good right there. The smash, get the hold.
Another look at these standings after we check out this replay here. Crucial hold to stay in this final set if they want to force extended play. Breakers 4 and 7. They are not mathematically eliminated. Each team plays 14 matches. They need to win out and get a little bit of help. They're the Smash at 9 and 2. That top seed has not been settled yet because the Smash are going to play the Freedoms one more time before the regular season ends on Thursday. Winning team gets $500,000. Split that up 4 or 5 ways. You do the math. Look at that lefty kick serve jamming up Evan King.
Big game here for the Breakers, really. Krychek holds. They could even afford to lose the tiebreaker. Shrug that off pretty easily.
You get the hold here, and at the very least, you're up 7 going into extended play. That serve's been great from Krychek, hitting each corner.
Beautiful swinging serve out wide from Austin Krychek, gets it done. Couple of overheads, pretty easy there.
If you're the Smash and you've been dominating all season long, are you kind of telling yourself, hey, get some losses out of the way, you're not going to win every match? They're feeling good for their playoff run still.
Well, I think you just shrug this loss off. It's not like the Smash have played bad. The Breakers just played fantastically, led by Stevie Johnson and Jennifer Brady. Really just awesome tennis from them. So a loss like that doesn't look so bad. Nobody was playing poorly. It's just some stellar tennis of the Breakers today, and they had nothing to lose. Obviously just trying to stay in it. Playing inspired. Let's not forget, as at the end of the season, when these teams start to have these kind of higher rankings and oh, this is the #1 team, you know, they're tied for first place right now. The Smash likely to lose that today, but they become a little bit of a target. And these other teams want to go out and beat them and kind of dethrone them. So that's part of the fun.
Yeah, swing and a miss there from Krychek. This is a 22-game match season. Sorry, it's 22 days, I should say. You only get 4 or 5 days off. It's a grind. You're not going to come out and play your best tennis every day. Let's not forget, there's no buys in the playoffs. So when you get that top spot, you don't get a bye. So really, 4 is almost just as good as 1.
You really want that 1 and 2. That's the big one, the top 2 teams. You want to separate yourself from the team that's played so well and has that confidence. The good team camaraderie matters a lot in WTT.
That's a good point, because the Freedoms and the Smash, when you look at them on paper, you look at the results, they really have separated themselves from the rest of the league. So if you're the Freedoms or the Smash, you don't want to face them in the first round, which it looks like they probably won't.
You never know. You have the Empire coming in there. They just did that big trade, getting Coco Vandeweghe on the team with Melekar. They're the #2 women's doubles team. That fills a little bit of a void there for them. They could maybe slip in there and get the #2. You never know. So you got to keep winning those matches all the way through the end.
So we're in a 9-point tiebreaker here. First to 5, win by 1. If the Smash do win it, they'll be down 7, which means they'd have to win 7 straight games to tie it up at 22 all, and then win a super tiebreaker. There goes Stevie, moonwalking, left of the Geico logo, hitting forehands. That forehand's been huge.
Nice little backhand cross court from Rajiv Ram there to stay in that point, draw the error. Stevie Johnson, he hasn't made a lot of those today.
So Smash most likely going to lose this. They'll drop to 9-3. Storm play later tonight. We check out King pegging Johnson. The Storm win tonight. They'll be 8-4, just one game back of that second spot. Good call, Jam Mike. Breakers win here. They go to 5-7 with 2 more matches remaining. New York just bolstered that roster a little bit, and then Springfield 3-8. Every match is winnable, but that looks pretty reasonable for them if they want to run the table.
Absolutely. I mean, if they can get out there and win all those matches, they can put the pressure on New York to do the same. I can't see Springfield coming back from that, but who knows?
And that Empire matchup, because right now the Empire are 6-5. So they're right above the Breakers. That is going to be a huge match, assuming the Breakers hold on here and win. And let's just root for the Smash to take this breaker, because then you can tell yourself, hey, I got the chance to make history here and be a part of the team with the largest comeback in World Team Tennis history. Are you down, Jan Mike? Let's do it.
What a comeback that would be. I don't see it happening. My predictions are not always rock solid, though.
Breakers will have one more serve, and then the Smash will get the final 3 points on their racket. Tries to spike that volley, goes into the net. And now the Smash have a commanding 4-2 lead. Remember, it's first to 5, but they will get the final 3 serves. So the serving format, that 9-point tiebreaker, is 2-2-2-3. This is that 3 part. It's going to be Evan King. He's a lefty, serving into the sun a little bit. But 3 set points to officially put this match into extended play.
Fantastic volley from Rajiv Ram, something he does so well day in, day out.
So they do it. It's 22-15. We are now in extended play. And let's put it in writing, shall we? If you are down in the total column, but you win the final set, we continue to play kind of like in baseball. Even if you're up 10 runs, you need to get that final out. And in this case, if you are the Breakers, you need to get that final game. And they are going to get plenty opportunities to do so because they just have to win 1 game before the Smash win 7. And the same players remain on the court for extended play. And you continue on with the same service order. It's not a re-flip, racket spin, whatever you do when you play tennis. So we play on, and all you need to do is win 7 in a row. There's smiles all around because I don't think everyone knows it's not going to happen.
It would be a miracle for the Smash to come through and somehow find all those breaks in men's doubles. Who knows? Stranger things have happened.
Hey, you can be telling your family down the line, I was there at the Greenbrier when the Smash were down 7 games.
Well, it looks like the Smash will start serving here with Rajiv Ram.
So that means it's going to take 4 holds of serve and 3 breaks for the Smash. Just Need about 28 more of those, and we'll be in a super tiebreaker.
I have no doubt that Rajiv Ram is going to be able to hold his serve here. The trick is being able to break one of these two guys. I believe it would be Stevie Johnson up next.
You can hear Sloane Stevens. The players on the bench are chirping a little bit. That was a double in the gap.
Stevie Johnson just trashing that return. And the throwaway ball. Let's see if they can get this hold and the win for OC Breakers.
So they need 3 breaks and 3 holds. And what's cool here is because they were down 7, this officially would be the greatest comeback in league history. 1988, that big comeback, it was 6 games. This was 7.
You see Eugenie Bouchard holding up 6 fingers there, and you got 6 more to do. I was mistaken, it was not Stevie Johnson to serve, it's Austin Krychek out there. First point in the bag for them. 3 more, and this one's in the books. Nice clean doubles there from OC.
Two points away now. He has been hitting his spots so well on the serve. That one right in the corner. Consistently right around 120, maybe a little less. 4 match points here. They were hanging on by a thread in the standings. They were desperate for a win. And boy, did they come out and respond well, beating the 9-2, now 9-3 Smash 23-16. This is day 16 of a 19-day regular season. Stevie played 3 sets of tennis, set the tone early on in mixed, and then 5-1 in singles. He is no doubt our guaranteed rate player of the match.
Absolutely no doubt. Stevie Johnson played unbelievable today. So deserved out there, and Jennifer Brady obviously also adding to that equation. Those 5-1 singles were huge for the team.
Guaranteed rate player of the match, and that means he will go visit Nick Gismondi for a post-match interview that's coming up after a quick break. It was the Breakers over the Smash, 23-16.
World Team Tennis is brought to you by Geico. Did you know that right now, Geico is offering an extra 15% credit on car, motorcycle, and RV policies? That's on top of what Geico can already save you. So what are you waiting for? Visit geico.com to learn more. By the Greenbrier Valley in West Virginia, home to scenic trails and quiet rivers, friendly mountain towns, and America's resort, the Greenbrier. And by Chosen Foods. Join them in their sun-drenched utopia and visit chosenfoods.com. The avocado celebrated.
Final score from the Greenbrier match, number 1, day 16. It's a 23-16 victory for the Orange County Breakers over the Chicago Smash. And how about this guy, Stevie Johnson? Just absolutely brilliant. Hi, guys. Nick Gismondi. Glad to have you here on the Tennis Channel. Post-match, we got highlights and more coming up for you in just a few moments. But first, Stevie joining us as our guaranteed rate player of the match. Listen, Stevie, this is the second time we've had an opportunity to chat post-match for you. Pressure's a privilege. You are exemplifying that. Another fantastic performance for you all in a situation where your Orange County Breakers need to get some big wins here to make it to the postseason.
Yeah, you know, it's you either apply the pressure or you receive it, you know. So we were trying to apply it today early, and thank goodness we got off to a good start. And then, you know, I think Jenny should be the one sitting in this chair right now. She really put us over the top today.
You guys do have such an incredible team across the board. I feel like every set that you play, you have been in it, especially as of late. Maybe off to a bit of a slow start this season, but man, oh man, you guys are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. Do you attribute it to individual play, or is it just the culmination of everybody?
I think we've just really put it together as a team. You know, it's unfortunate that we put it together at this point. You know, we could have put it together hopefully a little sooner, but you know that's just the way it kind of goes sometimes, and we're still not out of it yet. So we're gonna do our best to win our last two and give ourselves a chance to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, we took a look at your schedule just before we came on air with the post-game show. It's not necessarily a tough road, but obviously every game winnable for every team. What's the strategy going into the final two?
Jeez, it's win or go home. We got to bring the fire every single match.
Stevie Johnson, I love it. Congratulations on the win today. Go get some rest. We'll see you again later. All right, Stevie Johnson, our guaranteed rate player of the match, and we've got more for you coming up from the Greenbrier Center Court, Creekside, here on the Tennis Channel. Jeff and Jan Mike with highlights and a close when we come back after this.
Jeff Chisver and Jan Michael Gamble back with you. Take another look at that score. They split the first two sets, but then the Breakers break it wide open in men's and women's singles. Get a much-needed victory, 23-16. Let's check out the highlights. It all started in mixed doubles. You said it yourself, Jan, like you like the combo of Stevie Johnson and Jen Brady.
I did like that combo. They both served well and executed well from the baseline. They were both moving pretty well at the net, but those big forehands starting to kind of find their mark in this match here. Coach Ricky Leach did the lineup and felt like this might be the one to really watch, putting it first.
They get
but
the
OC
break.
Breakers get the win.
They get the break in the 7th game, and here they do. They serve it out. Brady hitting so big all day long. They have a 5-3 lead. Then we go into women's doubles, and from the beginning, the women's doubles for the Chicago Smash, that is their best squad right there.
Absolutely, Chicago Smash immediately subbing in Bethany Mattek-Sands. She's a fantastic doubles player and such amazing energy out there. Look at that play on that forehand up the line.
That was a big deciding point, and the Smash took the first 5 deciding points in this match. Smash up 4-2 here. Breakers get that hold, but the Smash would eventually serve it out, and it's another deciding point. That forehand goes long. We are at 8 games apiece going into the 3rd set. Here comes Stevie Johnson.
Here comes this gigantic forehand of Stevie Johnson. He had a clear strategy he wanted to employ against Brandon Nakashima, the rookie standout of this season. That was try to get the ball into the forehand side over there, into that corner, and then rip forehands. Saw some gamesmanship from Stevie Johnson. He won a couple of deuce points to get those 2 breaks in the 5-1 win.
Yeah, a couple second serve, huge returns on the forehand wing, gets the 5-1 win. He's pumped because he lost to Brandon the last time they played. And then women's singles, it was Sloane Stephens to start, but Jen Brady was amazing all day long.
And Jennifer Brady just playing such awesome tennis right now, finding the range on that forehand, moving extremely well, staying in these rallies against Sloane until she finds the right ball. That was a great backhand put away on that one.
So here comes Jeannie Bouchard. We've seen this before, inheriting a 3-1 deficit, but I don't think Brady noticed anything different on the other side of the net. She just kept wailing away at the forehands.
And Jennifer Brady doing what a good tennis player does, and just playing the ball, staying in the moment. Fantastic tennis from him.
They win 10 out of those next 12 games, both in the men's and women's singles. They have a huge lead going into men's doubles. It was King and Rahm, and Stevie stayed on the court, this time playing with Austin Krajicek.
And Orange County unable to come through this match, but it didn't really matter with Jennifer Brady and Stevie Johnson's amazing singles putting them so far ahead.
Here's set point. They win the set 5-4, and that means we go into extended play. They would need to win 7 straight games. They only get 1. Krajicek holds, and they win 23-16. And here's how it looked. First 2 sets they split, and then the difference was the singles. Stevie Johnson, Jen Brady, they took them home today.
I like what Stevie Johnson said about Jennifer Brady after the match there in his post-match interview, that she should be sitting in the chair. Absolutely had every right to be in that. That second 5-1 was really put the nail in the coffin for the Chicago Smash today. Great match by the Breakers. Fantastic tennis all around.
They improved to 5-7, and they are not out of it yet. They win 23-16. We will be back one more time to wrap things up at the Greenbrier. Another look at that final score, 23-16. So impressive from the Breakers. Their backs were against the wall in the standings. And with that win, they get their 5th win of the season, but they have 7 losses. They are not out of it just yet, Jam Mike.
The Orange County Breakers could be that team you want to root for to see if they can come all the way back and get themselves a berth in the finals. See the Chicago Smash now going down to a 3rd loss.
New York, Washington, OC battling hard for that 4th spot. And here is the upcoming matches on Tennis Channel later today. Springfield and Vegas, Washington, Springfield, and then 3 matches on Wednesday. The Breakers and Smash split the first 16 games, but then it was the Jen and Stevie show in singles, both winning 5-1 to blow it wide open and eventually get the decisive victory. That's going to do it for our first match on day 16 here at the Greenbrier. Big thanks to everyone in the truck and, of course, around the stadium. For Nick Gismondi and Jan Michael Gamble, I'm Jeff Chisever. Thanks for tuning in. Breakers over the Smash, 23-16.